guys, hello, my name is Yelena. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how I make my pecan pie or pecan pie, depends on how you pronounce that. And I'll just show you the way I'm making that, and I think it's very easy and very beginner friendly. So, and I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna use already made pie. This one was from Kroger. This is deep dish pie crust ready to bake. All right, so it comes in a package of 2 crusts, so I'm just gonna do one for now, and I'm just gonna take it out, put it on a table, so let it warm, come to room temperature while we're mixing our ingredients. All right, so I'm gonna leave this here and I'm gonna put the rest in the freezer. All right, now we need a pot pan and we're gonna do whisk, and in here we're gonna put some brown sugar. So how you measure brown sugar? This is again just regular from Walmart, light brown sugar. And measuring, so dip your cup and you pack it. So kind of push it with your fingers and kind of scrape it off like that. So that's your cup, all right? So it will be cup. And then I need a quarter. Again, see how it's like this? So you kind of just push it and scrape off. See, no other tools needed. Just put it right in there. And then we're gonna need the butter. So here's a stick, and we're gonna need 3/4 of a stick for butter. So it's about what, 6 tablespoons? So 3/4, so that's a half, that's 3/4. Yeah, so about 2 tablespoons. So this goes in there. So 3/4 stick of the butter is 6 tablespoons if somebody needs the measurement, but usually stick of butter has all the measurements on the package, so you can just follow the package and you should be good to go. All right, so now I'm gonna take this to the stove and I'm gonna melt this over medium heat until it looks nice and smooth. So I'm gonna look for brown sugar to melt and butter to melt, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So just like that, continue to mix it. All right, now it's looking better, so you can see butter starts to melt. So continue to mix. Make sure your heat is about medium, don't burn it. All right, so this is kind of getting in there. While we're doing this, I forgot to say, make sure your oven is preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So make sure it's all hot and ready for us when we're done with this. See, it wants to boil, like a little bubbles on top. Just a slide, so we don't want it really boil. So once it's just starting like this, take it off the heat. All right, so you can see it was just starting to boil, but it didn't really do anything. So once we got this off the stove, I have 3/4 cup of the corn syrup. Go ahead, add it to it. Like that. And that was just the regular Karo light corn syrup. And go ahead and mix it in. And see the mixture become very nice and smooth, so you don't really see that grainy look of the brown sugar. All right. Now this is very important. I have eggs that I already cracked, and I'm gonna do one at a time. I'm gonna pour one egg and start mix real quick. Make sure the eggs don't cook because the mixture is hot. So do that and start doing this. All right. If you're not sure in this step, you can let the mixture cool a little bit more. That will be fine too. So another one. And quick. See? If you messed up, you will see white chunks of cooked egg whites in the mixture. So I don't see any, so I did good. And the last one. All right, so this is our syrup for the pecan pie. All right, now all you need to do, take our pie crust like that, and I have pecans. This one's chopped. You can do halves, whichever you prefer. And you can put about what, half? And a whole, so cup and a half to 2 cups, depends on how you guys like it. I think cup and a half is a good amount. And now you put this syrup on top of this until it comes to the right what is it, honey? To the right level. And I may have left over some liquid, but that's all right. You can do 2 pies if you want. I just want to show you one. And you just pour it on top of your pecans. They will start swim up, so that's just what they do. Actually, I think this is just right. All right. So this looks good to me. So now what we're gonna do is, because it's such a small pie, it's kind of, if you try to pick it up, you can see how it gives and leans and stuff like that. So just carefully pick it up and put it on some other tray, cookie sheet. I have here is a half sheet tray, so this way you pick up tray like this and the pie is nice and safe and you don't need to worry about it. And then you just take your foil and cover it up slightly. Like that, kind of like a little dome over. So like, don't make it too tight so it's get all stuck to your pie, but kind of create a cover. All right, so my oven is already at 350 degrees, so I'm gonna put this for 40 minutes and then I'm gonna uncover it and put it for a little more, so make sure it's all nice and brown, and I'm gonna show you all the steps as we go. All right, so this is all good, so 40 minutes and we'll come back. It's been 40 minutes, so let's go ahead and carefully So you can see it raised up a little bit, kind of got a little puffy, but it's still very much kind of live. So I'm gonna put it back. See, you can see it's moving. So I'm gonna give it 20 more minutes. Yep. All right. So this has been 20 minutes. And this is our pie. So if you shake the tray, you can see it jiggles just a little bit on top, kind of like cheesecake does. So that's what you're looking for. So total baking of the, what is it, took an hour. So 40 minutes covered with foil and 20 minutes open. And we have the crust is nice and brown and the pie is nice and jiggly. All right, so now we're gonna cool it completely. And then I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator overnight. I always leave it overnight because it does need time to cool off and set. And then we're gonna cut it and we'll see what it looks like inside, okay? All right, guys, hello back. So this is next day, next morning. So the pie sat in the fridge overnight. And you can see it did deflate a little bit on top, but not too much. So when you feel the pie, so pretty much where your liquid comes up at the edges, that's how full your pie will be. All right, so it's nice and stiff. So let me try to do a good job of cutting it so I can show you what it looks like inside. Nice and crunchy. The moment of truth if I did the good job. All right. Of course, the first piece is always harder to cut. Come on. Come on, I cut you. I don't know why.
Just be careful with your fingers. There we go.
Ah.
Still had some crust.
All right. Let's see if I do a good job here. Come out. So this is your pecan pie. I'll just grab it with my hands as my piece. So you can see how much the juices inside, and here's all your nuts on top. So I would say 1.5 cups was plenty. If you do 2 cups, you will have less of the juices on the bottom. Unless you want the pie more on the dry side, that's fine. But I think 1.5, maybe even a little less is the perfect amount. And let's go ahead and do the taste test. Oh my God, it's perfect. The nuts is nice and toasty on top, and the filling is very nice and moist. This has turned out very nice. I'm very pleased. All right, so if you don't want to eat the pie right away, so of course don't cut the piece out of it when you have whole pie. It can probably sit in the fridge for about 5 days or so, or at this point you can wrap it in plastic wrap very nicely in foil and put it in the freezer, and it can probably sit there for about 3 months with no problem. Just make sure it doesn't get frostbite, and then just take it out of freezer overnight and it will be good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a try. It's really very easy recipe. Again, I didn't even cook the pie crust. It was all made, done. And you can see there's nothing wrong with that. It's come out nice and toasty and baked very nice. So give it a try. Let me know in the comment how it turned out. Did you like it? Give a like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye. Love you so much.